Hi everyone, Vickie here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. Thank you for joining me for the February 2017 video general readings for everyone. I'm going to be using my deck, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, and then it's going to be followed up with the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Also, if you go to my Vimeo On Demand page, this month's deck that I'm using for the Lots of Love reading is going to be the Morgan Greer deck. The following is not an advertisement, but only an explanation of how my readings work. So if you know how to use my readings already in my shorthand so I don't have to repeat myself 12 times, go ahead and skip ahead. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to doing your reading. First of all, I want you to take time to gaze upon each card. There are messages in the image and text. Pause the video if you have to, because the words will shift and change to reveal a message that is just for you. This is Empowerment Tarot. I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life, and no one should. Trust your own intuition and allow your guides and angels to speak directly to you. If this reading does not resonate with you, be sure to check your rising and moon sign for further insights and illuminations. Finally, as to the court cards, which represent the people in the spread. Because this is a general reading for so many people, the court cards will not be gender specific. So even though I may refer to a queen as a female, as she is represented on the card, it really could be anybody in these general readings. So now, without further ado, on to the readings. Hi Pisces, thanks for joining me for the, I was going to say October, what a weird thing to say, but it's actually, of course, February 2017 Tarot Scopes and Video Readings. This is a big month for everybody, but especially for you, because it's a big month because we're getting into eclipse season, but especially for you because there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse in your sign in Pisces on February 26th. So this is a big year, big month, big year, everything for you. And happy birthday to you, late February, Pisces. It's a great month to order my astrology report year ahead. It's a long report. It's like 150, 200 page long report for the whole year, and it's only $22, so check that out. But let's get into what is going to be the reading for Pisces for February of 2000. I keep wanting to say 16, but I know we are in see, I'm doing those other readings and I keep dealing off the top. Actually, I forgot to do it this way. But that's okay. We'll leave those few that came out. We'll just leave them. And then we'll keep, there's a couple more that want to come. And two more, and we'll be ready to start the spread. Yeah, it's been quite a lot of energy for you guys, Pisces, for quite a while. The North Node, or South Node has been in your sign. Your Neptune and Chiron. Quite a few of the other planets, I believe Venus and Mars are in your sign. So there's a very heavy concentration of energy in the sign of Pisces at this time. Okay, so the central card here is the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody in a position of power or authority. The Emperor is somebody who, in this case, could help you. They're in the upright position, so it says, yeah, they could probably help you out. News is coming, action speed. This means news is coming, so you're going to hear something from or about this Emperor, but also it can tell you got to take action. So if this comes into your horizon, especially, I mean, every year, your birthday, your solar return is your most powerful day for manifestation. As I tell you every year, forget about January 1st, that solar return, which is a day, give or take a day of your birthday every year, and your new moon. And again, this new moon is on the 26th, but it's a solar eclipse, so it's going to be super powerful. That would be the day. If you haven't heard anything by the 26th, that would be the day to take action, contact the Emperor, do something like this. It says, you've been stressed. There's been some stress, there's been some worry. And it does seem to be tied into some kind of financial stuff here. It looks like it's tied into some kind of financial stuff, and you've been stressed and worried about it. That's going to eclipse season changes everything. Now, the other thing is there is a full moon eclipse on February 10th in the sign of Leo. Full moon eclipses are always releasing. So this looks like you can use some releasing for sure. And it's always pretty easy with this card. Sometimes this card can be you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Because she has blindfolds on to the true situation. The true situation is that she's not really locked in there at all. That she is open to walk right out of there. But in her eyes, she can't see that. And in other decks too, you can see sometimes like the ropes aren't even tied that very tight, you know. So it's a self-imposed stress. So when your solar return comes around, no, buddy. That's animals again. The dog's crying because the cat's outside, and I try to call the cat in, but of course you know how cats are. They're going to come in when they're good and ready, which is as soon as I sit down to do the reading. But the cat's going to wait. She's got to wait, buddy, because we're doing the reading now, and that's more important than playing these games with these animals. Okay, so anyways, back to your reading. You're worried about some financial stuff. There's been some financial stress, some financial worries. When that solar return, that new moon, that eclipse thing rolls around, you do not want to be in this state of mind. You got to do whatever it takes to get yourself in a different frame of mind, because the energy that you're manifesting and you're putting forth during that time frame is going to carry you through for the whole year. Okay, well, and again, the cards are also showing Knight of Pentacles, you're going to be just fine. I mean, maybe this is just some after the holiday debt that you're, you know, how am I going to pay it? Many people spend too much over the holidays and things like that. Knight of Pentacles too, however, can be, this is something that you may be doing on your own, or even as a sideline. But usually it's something that you're kind of doing independently. And it's really, the two piles of money are really standing out to me this time. So it could be like, well, this is my day job. This is what I rely on, or, you know, my regular gig. And this is some other irons that I might have in the fire, or I'm contemplating putting these irons in the fire. And I would say this would be the time, yeah, this is the month to do it. This is the month to do whatever you want to do. Big time, you know. You know, this is the word school, and it's in reverse, but I keep wanting to say old school. Because this says tools, but it keeps reminding me of old school. So something about old school for you. Maybe it's an old school thing that you used to do, or an old school way of looking at your finances, or an old school, you know, a lot of these, and like Etsy is full of this, you know, these old, bringing back these old types of businesses, you know, these old printing press things, and you know, taking it back, or, you know, the old way of, you know, hand churned butter or whatever, you know, these organic is really an old concept, you know, chemicals are a relatively new thing. So could be something like that, kind of retro or old school about it. Now this Queen of Pentacles, now she may be the Emperor. She's definitely somebody very favorable for you, somebody that can help release this stuff, release this stress and worry for you. She may be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I was going to say we're still in Capricorn, but as the time of I'm recording this, we're actually not. We're moving into Aquarius, so we won't be in Capricorn. But sometimes this can say she may have shown up in the last earth sign time frame, so you may have come in contact with her during the time of Capricorn. So that would have been from the solstice until the 19th of January. So, but anyway, she's very favorable, definitely going to help. If she's not the Emperor themselves, because in the old days, only men had power, so the Emperor was always a man. The Emperor always, in any kind of reading, the Emperor can be a male or female. He or she may be the Emperor themselves, or they may have the Emperor's ear. They may be the, I want to use the word conduit, or they may be the person that puts you in touch with the Emperor, or gets you that meeting, or gets you that appointment, or gets you that hookup, you know, that connection. Looks like it said connection there. So 8 of Rods, it's time to get on this. If it comes to you, respond back quickly. If it doesn't come to you, make it happen. 8 of Rods is a card of making it happen. You have the Death card down here, but I'm not, you know, Death isn't a bad card. Death just means change and release. And it's in line with this worry. So that's what you're probably releasing, and releasing the past. So you look at what you're releasing behind the past, and then you look at what's beyond. What does this big change? So this is released, and then what comes in? And what came in is the 4 of Rods. Excellent card. The 4 of Rods is a card of changes in your home environment. Changes to your environment that bring happiness, joy, and celebration. It's always a better place to be. Even if the Death card wasn't here, it indicates it's a change. And it's always, the new situation is always a better situation, filled with more harmony, peace, happiness. It also is, it can be a love. I mean, this doesn't seem to be a lot about love reading, but this can be a love reading. This can be a relationship is getting serious. This can be you're planning to get married, or you're living together, or you're spending a lot of time at the other person's home, and you know, it's getting serious. It can also just mean you're going to move. If you are interested in love, don't forget to check out those love readings on Vimeo, and then this month's deck I'm using is the Morgan Greer. I'm going to change it up because I have to lay out a ton of cards, so these big cards just aren't going to work for those readings. So I have several decks. I'm going to be doing different decks each month on that, the Vimeo videos. But anyways, there is a man in reverse here. Well, again, man, woman, whoever. If you've watched the intro, which is not an advertisement, it is explaining how the readings work. So please don't put in the comments that there's 3 minutes of advertising when there's not, okay? The Emperor, not the Emperor in reverse. Here's the Emperor upright. The King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody that there is some friction or obstacles with, but again, the cards surrounding it are so favorable. Here's what I get. He looks at this. This is what I feel. He looks at this as if he doesn't want it. That much is clear. He does not want it. No. He says no. He does not want it. N-O. So if this is your spouse, they don't want to move. If this is a relationship you may be rushing it and trying to get them to move in with you or get serious, back off on that part of it. I get more of the feeling like this is your old boss, or this is your old boss, or I feel like he is used to, he has very much to do with putting you in this state. That he has a lot to do with you being so worried and stressed out, and he likes it that way. I mean, I think he likes, he's a little power hungry. He likes, you know, being, make sure I turn my phone off. There we go. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure while I was thinking of it. Sell. It could be sell like he's a salesman. He wants to sell you on something. But it could also be he wants to put you in a cell, because that's almost the vibration of that, like the CEO. But at any rate, he doesn't want to see this happen, because then you're not under his thumb anymore. That's the vibe I really get. Then you're not going to be under his thumb anymore. You're not going to be at his beck and call anymore. You won't be working for his advantage anymore. You'll be working for your own advantage. So that's the vibe I get. But I mean, it could be a number of people. Maybe you want to move and this is the seller and you guys just can't finally agree on that price. Or he's the money man too. So that's why he often is tied into work and money. So again, could be your boss or whoever. But also could be like somebody at a bank, a loan officer, somebody who, you know, there's a lot of different ways that he could tie into the situation. But it looks like it's still going to happen anyway. Like, he's not going to, try as he might, I don't really see him stopping you. You know, I don't really see that happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your animal totem for Pisces for February 2000. And eclipses are times of big changes too. That was the other thing I wanted to mention with the death card here. What is your animal totem for February? I'm pulling from the Beast Mistress card, which is my own deck, by the way. If you didn't know that, and the Rock and Roll Prophetess is my own deck. Or Rock and Roll Tarot, I should say. Fox. Yeah, sneaky. I think I'll be getting sneaky. I gotta sneeze. Oh. Alright. Excuse me. Oh. Alright. Sly, sexy, charming, shapeshifter, elevated sense of smell, acute hearing, mediumship, camouflage, retreat, insulate, survive. Keep to yourself until you know who to trust. Well, that would be true. If you are planning on changing jobs, or if there is somebody that would maybe not benefit, or even maybe you're wanting to move if you're renting, and you know, I wouldn't go. I mean, you got to give notice, of course, but I wouldn't let this, because sometimes I've had known people too. They let the landlord know I'm going to be looking to buy a place, and next thing you know, they're getting kicked out or whatever. You know, I haven't had an experience like that with a landlord years ago. And the next thing you know, well, when you're moving, he's got people coming over to see you all the time, and you know, his son's over there doing work and doing this now. Then they never did work when I lived there. You know, it can really disrupt your life sometimes. Wait till, you know, it's 30 days, and either way, with a job or a place to live, and let them know then. That's all you're obligated to know. Keep it under wraps, because they can really make your life miserable. And a job they can too. This thing about the sense of smell and the hearing and mediumship, you know, you Pisces are very psychic anyway, and you know, smell things out. Trust your intuition. Feel the vibes. Feel those vibes. And if the vibes feel funky or there's something, trust that. You can't feel the vibes though if you're in this state of place. You just can't. So you got to get out of there. You got to get out of that. And there's some good stuff. The fox is the trickster too. I didn't put the coyote is the main animal totem for trickster energy, but the fox is also a trickster, which I thought was interesting with all the stuff with the political stuff. It came to me one day with the Fox News thing. It's like, oh, fox is the trickster. But anyways, this is a killer month for you. Your birthday month, and even if it's not your birthday this month, that eclipse, don't forget about that eclipse on the 26th, that new moon eclipse. It's so powerful to manifest what you want to do with your life. As always, check out all my wares. I've got the Rock and Roll Tarot, I've got the Animal Totem deck, I've got my adult coloring books, the tarot book. You can find all that by looking in the eye in the sky, which is that little eye up in the corner. And don't forget to hit subscribe, because I really appreciate everybody for subscribing and liking and sharing and donating and everything you do to keep my channel going and keep these readings free every month. If you want to focus just on love, don't forget to head over to Vimeo. You can find links up there in my website thing, or even we'll have the link below to everything. If you like animal totems, I post a daily one on my website, which you can find in the link or below, and also on Facebook. If you follow me at the Rock and Roll Prophetess on Facebook, I post a weekly one on Facebook, which you can also find below. Okay, Pisces, so happy birthday again. Have a great month of February. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.